surprising twist in that situation between The Who and their longtime drummer Zak Starkey, who was recently dismissed from the band. Now, Starkey is also the son of legendary Beatles drummer Ringo Starr, and after a recent performance from The Who at the legendary Royal Albert Hall, it was said that vocalist Roger Daltrey was frustrated by the drumming, and he even remarked from the stage that he couldn't hear himself perform over the loud booms of the drum. And then after that show and that awkward moment calling out his own drummer during the performance, word got out that he had been dismissed from the band. Now, in a statement from the group, they called this a collective decision, but it appears there's much more to the story here. So much happening, including a very surprising announcement just in a short time ago from The Who with a major update. Here's what we know. It was a situation that had rock fans around the world talking. One of the most legendary rock bands on the planet, The Who, suddenly found themselves in a pretty uncomfortable situation, right in the middle of a huge benefit concert. To understand exactly how we got here, we got to start with Zak Starkey, who's been The Who's drummer since 1996. Zak, as most of you know, is actually the son of Beatles drummer Ringo Starr, and over nearly 30 years behind the kit for The Who, he's built a reputation for delivering some powerhouse performances. But just a few nights ago, things went sideways during a major show at London's historic Royal Albert Hall. As part of the annual Teenage Cancer Trust concert series, an event that's typically a highlight for the band. Now, during the final song of the set, something unusual happened. Frontman Roger Daltrey abruptly stopped the performance in front of thousands of fans. Clearly frustrated, turning towards Zak, he said, "All I've got is drums going boom, boom, boom. I can't sing to that." The awkward moment quickly sparked speculation online, and soon enough, rumors began circulating that Starkey might have been fired from The Who following the incident. A representative even seemed to confirm the news, describing Zak's exit as a mutual decision. Fans were left wondering, was this really how Zak Starkey's nearly 3-decade run with the band was going to end? And now we have an answer to that question. In a surprising twist, The Who has released a statement a short time ago reinstating Zak into the band and explaining why the situation went sideways during that performance at Royal Albert Hall. Now, we've covered a lot of lineup changes in bands over the years here on Rockfeed, and it's not common that a couple of days later they reverse their decision. Crazy moment here from The Who. The band announced the news and explaining the reasons behind this in the statement, which says, "Newsflash, Who backed Zak? He's not being asked to step down from The Who. There have been some communication issues, personal and private, on all sides that needed to be dealt with, and these have been aired happily." Now, what's interesting here in this statement is you have The Who acknowledging that there was actually discussion about Zak's drumming style. They continue, "Roger and I would like Zak to tighten up his latest evolved drumming style to accommodate our non-orchestral lineup, and he has readily agreed. I take responsibility for some of the confusion. Our TCT shows at the Royal Albert Hall were a little tricky for me. I thought that 4.5 weeks would be enough time to recover completely from having a complete knee replacement." Wow. Amazing that he was even able to power through those shows. He said, "Why did I ever think I could land on my knees? Wrong." By the way, this is a great statement. They continue saying, "Maybe we didn't put enough time into sound checks, giving us problems on stage. The sound in the center of the stage is always the most difficult to work with. Roger did nothing wrong, but fiddle with his in-ear monitors. Zak made a few mistakes, and he has apologized, albeit with a rubber duck drummer. We are a family. This blew up very quickly and got too much oxygen. It's over. We move forward now with optimism and fire in our bellies." As for Roger, fans can enjoy his forthcoming solo shows with his fabulous drummer, Scott Devours, who it was rumored might replace Zak in The Who and who has always been supportive of the band. I owe Scott an apology for not crushing that rumor before it spread. He has been hurt by this. I promise to buy him a very long drink and give him a hug. Pete Townsend, 19th of April, 2025. Very well done by The Who. Not often where you see a band thinking about it and they go, you know what, actually, we want to keep this guy in the band, and instead we're just going to work out the playing issues that initially led to his departure. I thought it was a great statement, and sounds like they're just going to move past this and keep going strong, especially considering that Zak seems like a great drummer by any measure, and he can just turn the drums down or adapt, as they were mentioning. It does seem like they had some sort of an issue with his drumming ability, but surely he will be able to adapt. Really, really interesting stuff there from The Who. Anyways, that's your latest update here from Rockfeed. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for the latest news and updates.